Hey YouTube, you have Leonard here. Bring guys and gals, rent a girlfriend, Kanajo Okarishimasu. We're here. We're currently on chapter 226. The chapter came out a few hours ago. I'm just getting to it. Guys, this chapter is amazing. Like this, I have Twitch Chester over here. Apparently almost had a heart attack. This chapter honestly it exceeded my expectations. I went into this chapter thinking that we're going to get some Ruka stuff, maybe some Kuri stuff, and then afterwards mommy trying to like ruin things, and we finally get Chizuru's point of view. That's how I kind of saw this chapter going, and I wasn't entirely wrong. But the very ending of the chapter, I did not anticipate whatsoever. I was on record saying like we're not going to get the scene. And for those who are watching this, I hope you have already seen the chapter because this is the review. But for those who are watching this and you've seen the chapter, spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1, we finally get the kiss. We finally get the kiss. I did not think we were going to get it, but Chizuru kisses Kazuya at the end of the chapter. And basically this is the confirmation of her feelings. But a lot happened this chapter for us to get to that moment. So bear with me, everybody. We'll talk about the kiss, of course. But I want to go back just a little bit to the very beginning of the chapter, the flashback with Kibe and Kazuya. Now, I'm going to read a part of this because I think that this flashback really did a good job of setting up the Kibe dynamic in the chapter. And Kibe was very pivotal throughout this whole entire chapter in terms of setting the mood and honestly the sense of urgency leading up to the kiss and us thinking that maybe it won't even happen. You have this flashback where they're in an arcade. It's Kibe and Kuri in high school. Not Kibe and Kuri. Kibe and Kazuya back in high school, and they're just talking amongst themselves. And in the situation, I really love the fact that it references a scene that we saw back in the past during the beach episode for those who are anime watchers, where you had Kibe speaking to Mizuhara, and he explained this idea about how like Kazuya was shut down like 3 times, etc. And this plays a role in this chapter because they're referencing, I believe, that point in time. So you have it to where Kazuya's over here just talking about how like he believed in this girl and then she got rejected. Kibe says this very line. He says, with regards to people, they'll string up a series of as many small lies as they can think of. That's what relationships are. This sets the foundation of how Kibe tends to view relationships. He then goes on to even say, what I'm saying is that there's a practical limit to the extent you can trust someone. But at the end of the day, at the very least, this is the kind of guy I want to call my friend. That's what I think when looking at you in terms of someone who's not necessarily a liar. So I really like how this sets up the anger that Kibe feels throughout this chapter. Because from Kibe's standpoint, I've said this before, Kibe has always believed in Kazuya. He has supported him in the past with regards to specifically like literally pumping him up with regards to like Mizuhara with Chizuru, getting to the point where she even went on that boat with him to begin with, remember. That was all thanks to Kibe at the end of the day. Kibe has always been someone who's been in Kazuya's corner from the very beginning, and even though things have seemed shady, things have seemed kind of weird, even when Naogami mistrusted him, Kibe's always believed in Kazuya because that's his friend. He knows Kazuya's character. So that's why he is also the one who's the most angry throughout this whole situation, because imagine someone that you believed in so much, someone that you trusted in, completely betrayed that trust. You'd be angry too, I'm very sure of it. So in this chapter now, we have Kuri try to step up. We already saw Ruka try to step up. And they're trying to just diffuse the whole situation. It's just like, hey guys, let's just go back. Let's just cool down. All's good. Let's just forget this ever happened. People can't kiss in public anyway. And the best part is when you have like that one scene. This is my 3rd favorite panel in the whole entire chapter. You get to where you're reading, and I have it in front of me, like literally Kibe's just like, enough. Because he's just like, now's the time, is put up or shut up. At the end of the day, we're tired of all the lies. All these lies have happened. And Kibe's thinking that with you, Kazuya, lying and all this other stuff, you're not the friend. You're not the person I called my best friend. You're not the person who I trusted at the end of the day. So at this point in time, Kazuya, this is your time to actually tell me the truth. And he calls him out basically. He looks him directly in the eye. And I felt so bad for Kazuya because again, he's wrong for everything that he's done in terms of setting up all these lies, right, everybody? Kazuya's just done lie after lie after lie after lie. And it sucks because he hasn't had bad intentions, but he got himself caught. He got himself trapped in all these lies, and he kept just thinking, well, I'd another lie. I'd another lie. He's trying to protect his friends. He's trying to protect his reputation. But what he has to realize, and I think honestly a good lesson that I think all of us can learn from this manga, is that it pays just to tell the truth. It truly does pay to just tell the truth at the end of the day. Because when you start off with just one lie, it literally gets to the point where everything's going to fall apart. It's not sustainable. So at this point, Kazuya's just crushed. Kazuya's crying. He honestly just hates the fact that this is happening, and he wants nothing more than to just disappear. Now at this point, I'm kind of curious what's going to happen because there's a lot of silence in the chapter, and you see Chizuru. It focuses on Chizuru, and I'm like, this is it. We're finally going to end up getting the point where Chizuru's going to go and she's going to speak up and tell how she feels about Kazuya. But guys, I was wrong. Oh, I was so wrong. And Chad knows this. I literally get to the point where I'm looking through the chapter, and you just see everyone start looking shock-faced. My second favorite panel, and I got it in front of me again, is where literally you see Mami. Kazuya starts narrating. He says, a few things went through my head, like, I'm so sorry, Mizuhara, or about Mami-chan, and what was on her mind, and Mami is shook. Mami is shook because she sees Chizuru moving forward, and the only way, again, that Mami can lose in the situation is if, since Ruka and Kuri failed to defuse the situation, is if at the end of the day, hey, they end up kissing. But she did this because she knows they're not going to kiss, because she knows that their relationship is fake. It's not real. So you thought, Mami. Oh, so you thought. I was shook. I was caught off guard. When she moves up, everyone just has these shocked faces. Kibe, Kuri, Ruka. I feel awful for Ruka, by the way. Like, literally, I couldn't feel worse for a character than Ruka having to watch this. After she, again, like I said, my title for last chapter, she made the ultimate sacrifice knowing what this could lead to. It just sucks that she had to watch this. But when she puts her hands on Kazuya's face, guys, oh my gosh. I wasn't ready. The wheels started turning. I was like, she's not. She can't. And then she looks at him with that face, and then they kiss. And I was just like, this is the best chapter. This is the chapter that we've all been waiting for. It's the chapter I did not think we were going to get. I never given Chizuru's like personality, and just given Japanese culture in general and like other stuff I've read, I really didn't think that they were going to kiss in public of all things. Like, I did not expect that. This was crazy. So in my opinion, once again, this was great. The title of the next chapter is going to be Genuine. So it looks like we're going to actually end up getting Chizuru's thoughts in the next chapter. I thought she was going to speak, but she's shown with her actions at the bare minimum that she definitely at the end of the day does like Kazuya. At least this is the way I'm taking it. Kazuya now narrates. He says, now and forever, from the flowers to the trees, what I've realized is the whole world turns for you. And then it says in the chapter, at that moment of despair, he touched a star that had been just out of reach. So I'm hoping that this indeed is confirmation that, again, Chizuru is accepting his feelings. I think she's come to this moment. The reason she's been silent through all this stuff happening is that she's been making a determination of what to do. I think she's, again, we talked about this in Twitch chat, everybody. By the way, everyone, follow me on Twitch. Link description box is down below where we do the live reaction. It's always fun, so definitely come through. We have good conversations over here. Quick self-promote. But we're talking about that basically going all the way back to the movie arc, or I should say post-movie arc. Chizuru already knew how she felt about Kazuya, and I got that general sense. She already liked Kazuya. She came to this determination in terms of her feelings, this realization, and she accepted it. So I think here it was just a question of her really wanting to go out of her way now and just accept those feelings outwardly. I think that she was afraid. I think that, again, because of her introverted personality and stuff with the Ruka things, I think a lot of that really messed things up, and just her being nervous and shy about the situation. But I think she's already kind of known in her heart of hearts how she felt about Kazuya. So for her to do the kiss is definitely shocking. But at the end of the day, I think, again, she came to terms of she came to terms of how she felt about Kazuya a while back. And now it's just a question of putting into words, speaking it, and finally getting on the same page with Kazuya. That's the thing for me. Oh, man. So I'm just going to quickly look at my chat on Twitch. I see a lot of people saying we feel bad for Ruka. I think Mommy thing is a bit early. Should have been Okay, so we're just talking about the chapter 2. So I don't know, everybody. I think in the next chapter, let's see what happens in terms of Chizuru, her thoughts. Those are that's my prediction. We're going to get Chizuru giving her thoughts in the next chapter. In terms of long term, I think that the manga is really nicely wrapping up. I don't see this going for another we might get another 5 chapters or so after this, but I feel like we're wrapping up the story. I think that with Reiji's new manga, that he's starting the monthly one, I think the resolution we get here, we're gonna get a couple chapters just kind of like end things off. The only thing, and we talked about this as well in the Twitch chat, that could potentially happen is some type of a future arc that takes place, or a next arc. Might not even be a long one, but we still haven't really addressed one of the elephants in the room as it relates to specifically Chizuru and, I can say this, her acting career. That's the only way I can see Deiji extending this manga in a way where it kind of makes sense. I hope it doesn't go that route, because I do kind of want this to have a nice, clean resolution. But there could be this whole thing where she accepts her feelings for Kazuya, wants to date him, but then at the end of the day, she's just kind of like, oh, the opportunity to maybe go abroad and pursue her acting career. Do we end up getting like a flash forward where her and Kazuya still end up together? Does she reject her acting career for Kazuya? I would not want to see that happen, by the way, but we will see. There's a lot happening. And I'm looking at my chat. It's a goodbye kiss. Thanks for everything. I can't see that at this point in time. If Deiji run the route of it being a goodbye kiss and like this is the end, it's just like thanks, I'm out. I don't want to call garbage, but I would really hate that. I honestly would hate that. There's been too much build up in terms of their feelings and things like that. If Deiji did that at the end of the day and it was just like goodbye, I don't want to see Chizuru, because I'm assuming, as I said before, I firmly believe that she does like Kazuya. I try to play the middle, but realistically, from everything I've seen in this manga, Chizuru likes Kazuya. If she runs away somehow in this situation, I don't know how she would do it. But if it's a goodbye kiss, then literally I'd be like, that'd be awful. I would find that honestly awful. Let me know your thoughts, of course, everybody in the comment section down below. What do you think is going to happen? How do you interpret this kiss that's taking place? I've clearly interpreted it as this is a confirmation of her feelings. In the next chapter, she's going to express this in words. Do you think it's a goodbye kiss? I really hope that's not the case. Oh my gosh, I really do. And do you think that in the day, Deiji's going to find a way to stretch this out and do another arc somehow? And if he does, what do you think is going to be? But I really do believe, and I do hope that at the end of the day, this is going to be the ending of it. I think we're wrapping up the manga. I think it's a nice resolution. And now Deiji is just kind of like slowly get us out of here. Still looking at my chat quickly on Twitch. Yes, I do agree. Given the fact that this is Chizuru's first kiss, like I don't think Chizuru could just kiss somebody. Her personality, I don't think that is possible. So this clearly means something, and I don't think that she would just do a goodbye kiss and move on. I think this is an actual thing that we're seeing here. I think that she's finally just moving forward. It's taken her several chapters, but I think she's finally moving forward. And no, I don't think that Ruka is going to continue to pursue Kazuya. I think at this point in time, with this being so out in the open, I do believe it's the end. I think Ruka is going to accept the fact, unless she wants to just be very annoying. I think Ruka accepts the fact that it's over. I think Ruka gave up the moment she spoke up on Kazuya's behalf, knowing what it was going to lead to. So I think Ruka's out of this. Mommy already kissed Kazuya in the beach arc at the beginning. Yes, this is true as well. But Mommy's kissed plenty of people, I'm sure. And likewise also, I want that was Kazuya's first kiss. Interesting. But anyway. You do think... I hope we don't get another 50 chapters. I really hope we don't. I really hope we don't, everybody. Okay, so that's it. So everyone on the YouTube side, once again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to like my content, as always, is greatly appreciated. And per the usual, you can find me on Twitch. Link in the description box down below, where we do all of our live reactions for Rent a Girlfriend. If this chapter is coming to an end, or if this series is coming to an end, I'm going to miss it. But let's see how Deiji is going to try and tie this up. If we end up getting another arc, I'll see you guys for another missable 50 chapters. And with that, everybody, I'm Leonard, and I am out. Take care, everybody. I love this chapter. It's so good. Finally. Sorry, I know I was about to end it, but seriously, I'm just looking at the panel. I'm so happy, guys. I needed this to happen. I needed the Kazuya and Chizuru stuff to happen. I really did. But anyway, guys, with that, I'm Leonard, and I'm out. Take care, everybody. Peace.